What's up, guys? Giuseppe Barone here. You listen to the Growing Up Italian podcast.
What's going on, everybody? This is the Growing Up Italian podcast, and today we have a special guest with us, Giuseppe Barone, professional footballer that plays for our hometown, Salerno. How you doing, Giuseppe?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me today.
Alongside my cousin Rocco.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Only right after this beautiful tournament, we did a football soccer podcast, right?
We got a hold of this guy before he bounces out of here. But, man, just wanted to say on behalf of everybody in Salerno, you know, we have Salerno roots. Just thank you for what you guys have done. It's a huge honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Giuseppe, a little background about you, right? You're a Brooklyn kid, born in Brooklyn, now living in Salerno, been all around Italy. Tell us a little bit about that whole experience from having everything you want in Brooklyn and now working for everything you want to get to. The next step you want to be to, like, what made you want to make this jump and, you know, challenge yourself in Italy?
Yeah, so, I mean, like you said, born and raised in Brooklyn my whole life. Spent 21 years here before making the jump to go play in Italy. Grew up, like I said, in Brooklyn. Played for a local club called the Brooklyn Italians, founded in 1949. Pretty old club.
Listen, a lot of people know the Brooklyn Italians.
They won two U.S. Open Cups, which made them, quote unquote, a team that's well known. So I played my youth career there from, I want to say, U8 up into the first team, where the first team we played MPSL during the summer while the college season was done. So I played U8 to the first team. And U17, I ended up going to university. I went to LIU Brooklyn for 3 years. And my fourth year I didn't take. My fourth year I ended up signing with the New York Cosmos. Spent one season with the New York Cosmos, which was great. I was a young kid going into that locker room full of great players, a lot of experience, guys who played in Champions League and Europa League, guys who played for their country at the Olympic level. It was great. I tried to just absorb everything that I could in that locker room, and every day go in there and try and pick something that I could take with me for the coming years of my career. Spent 1 year with the New York Cosmos. In February of 2020, I ended up signing with Perugia in Serie B, historic club in Italy. Unfortunately, during my time there, I hit a roadblock. I ended up tearing my ACL. Things were cut short there, and after that, in the summer of 2020, I ended up signing with Salernitana, and from there, everyone knows that we had a season that
historic season.
Yeah, it ended up being great, and we ended up getting promoted and going to Serie A.
What a roller coaster that must have been, though. Because that's in the midst of the whole lockdown, you know?
Yeah. So you're not even getting to enjoy Italy like people think.
I mean, I remember looking outside, and there was tanks all over the street, and I'm like, this is Call of Duty. I mean, what's going on? It's like a video game, you know?
Rocco would like it, right?
But no, Italy went through, obviously everyone knows Italy went through a tough time, and I saw it firsthand, and it was crazy. But
tell us a little bit about, like, how it is to bounce back from a major injury like that, like the rehab and physical therapy, like everything you had to go through to get back on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge when you go through an injury throughout your career. I mean, tearing an ACL is not easy. The recovery is hard. It's tough. It's painful. But it's all a question of how strong you are mentally. You know, every day you got to go out there and you got to want it, and you got to continue to grow and get back to where you were. So I just think mentally you have to be strong and kind of want it more than what you wanted before.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
So your parents are both born in Sicily. So you're first generation, right?
Yep.
You're like us.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, obviously you talked about the emotional aspect, mental aspect, mentally being ready. But how physically, how are you, like, retaining that, you know, all right, I'm Giuseppe Barone. I mean, I know what I'm capable of. I got to get back to 100%. You know, I'm off the ACL injury. Like, what's going through your head on that recovery process?
Yeah, I mean, throughout the whole recovery process, you kind of want to take it day by day and not look at like, oh, I need to get back on the field at this time, you know?
Right.
So just taking it day by day, staying mentally strong, physically strong, and giving it 100% every time you're in the gym or you're working on the table while he's stretching you out and things like that.
Growing up in a football family, you know, your dad's a local legend. What were some of the players you looked up to growing up that you wanted to be like, that you wanted to play like?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was Francesco Totti.
Of course, yeah.
He was everything for Rome, and his story is incredible. How he only played for Roma, and it was the lights of Real Madrid and other big clubs
crazy.
who wanted him, and he's like, no, I'm staying here.
Loyal.
This is my club. This is my city. So I tried to model myself after him, and everything he did on and off the field was something that I looked up to.
You know, Totti, to play for one team like Rome for your whole career, I don't think we'll ever see another guy
special.
like that.
Very special.
So the training in Italy, how is that? Like, what's a normal day of training like?
I mean, as everyone knows, I mean, Italy, the style is very tactical.
Yeah.
I remember getting to training, and we used to open up always 40 minutes of tactics. Just
Oh my God.
ball moving very slow, guys moving here, guys moving there. But I mean, listen, it worked at the end of the day. This past season, we ended up getting promoted, and clearly whatever we did throughout the week to prepare us for the weekend worked. So I mean, whether it was 40 minutes of tactics without the ball, or we were playing small mini games, or just doing our daily runs, you know, it worked, and that was kind of much everything that got put towards the goal in the end.
So like you guys play, usually it's one game a week, right? Like
Yeah.
on Sunday. So how many days do you train? Is it every day?
Yeah,
training?
so there were some times where, well, I remember in Perugia we went for like 23 days straight, no days off.
Oh
you
my
know?
God, that's crazy.
It all depends on where the games
Jesus
fall,
Christ.
and where the games fall, and whether they're home or they're away. So that really depends on whether you're gonna get a day off or not. But.
And like traveling in Italy is a little crazy, right? Because it's mostly buses and stuff.
So it depends. Well, Salerno is a little bit more down south. So when we had to play in the north, we were either flying or we were taking the train. Italy does have a good
Frecciarossa,
yeah,
right?
they have a great.
That's
they have a good
a
train
one good
system,
thing. Yeah, that one thing. The Frecciarossa is quick.
They have a good train system in Italy. Plenty
Listen,
of time.
Brooklyn born, living in Italy for the last 3 years, right?
Yeah,
2 years.
year and a half, close.
Year and a half.
Yeah, it's about 2 years.
You get an option. You could play for Azzurri or the United States men's national team. Who are you picking and why?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna go with the U.S. I mean, you cut me open. I think I'm American. I feel American as much as of Italian background that I have. I do love my Italian background. I do love the Italian culture. But at the end of the day, I do think I'm American. And if I hope and when that day comes, and I hope it does, I would go with the U.S.
I respect that answer.
And there's certain people that have done like the other way and picked Italy, and they regretted it after. So, you know, if anything, I think that's the right move to make, because you turn around and do something with America, you're always American, and like America always pulls you back, right? Because you were born here, and I'm sure like some of your teammates are probably like, "What are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're from America."
Yeah. So the funny thing is that every time I go into a locker room, whether it's a new team, whether I'm with the same team, they're always like,
"Treat you like American?"
No, like what are you doing here? Like, why'd you come here? We want to come to the U.S. and you're coming here, you know. So it's like they always joke around with me with that kind of stuff. But no,
well, you know, you're also blessed because you got the dual citizenship.
Yeah.
So like
That's
the
a
fact that
beautiful thing.
you could go anywhere you want.
Yeah,
you go to Italy, or
makes it much easier when you have, as a player, when you have a dual citizenship.
Because I mean, we were talking about it, but certain teams are only allowed in City B and City Chi. It's only a couple of foreigners, right?
Yeah, there's only a limited amount of foreign spots on the team, so it's easier when you do have an Italian citizenship when you are playing in Italy. This way, you don't take up a foreign spot, so less cost for the club.
The little things that you would never think. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah, of course.
So Giuseppe, I got to give him credit because when the Euro Cup came around, he wanted to watch the games in Brooklyn. We bumped into him at 18th Avenue celebrating. Now, how was it like watching the games this year? Like, it felt different. I mean, we didn't qualify for the 2018 World Cup. So, you know, us as Italia fans, we've been hurting for the last 3 years. So, you know, how did it feel just to watch these games this year with a different kind of Italy team than we're used to seeing?
Yeah, I mean, as everyone knows, they didn't qualify for the last World Cup, and I thought Italy this tournament was phenomenal from start to finish. They came out, and it wasn't the Italy that everyone saw where they were going to sit back and they were going to defend. I mean, they went out, they pressed teams. They came out of the back with the ball, and they looked great. Like I said, from start to finish, they were a strong team, and you saw I think everyone noticed how united the group was. And a lot of times people say you have to make the group before you can get onto the field, you know, and that's what possibly won them the tournament. Maybe it was a higher quality team, you know, but everyone saw that the group was united, and that's what got them through a lot of the situations that they were put into, and they were great. They were phenomenal, and it was great to see the neighborhood and Brooklyn full
Italian again.
Yeah.
Right? Just when they thought we were out, they pull us back in.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. It was great to see that many people. But just I want to ask you a question. You know, seeing guys on the national team like Pessina and their story behind that, what's it mean for somebody like you? You know, with Pessina's story, if you guys don't know, you know, he started literally from the bottom up. He had no light shine on him, and was in Serie A, a year ago? Not even. And then, you know, he makes it to Atalanta. He gets a call last minute because Sensi gets hurt, gets a promotion to the Euro Cup national team for Italy. And, you know, he just makes it happen. So, like, stories like that, I can imagine for you it hits different, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, those stories that, like, everyone loves to see and love to hear them. And it just goes to show you that you keep chopping away every day, you know, the opportunity will come. And it's just a matter of time and when it will come. And as soon as you get that opportunity or you step on the field, and you got to make it count, you know?
Yeah.
That show out.
It showed that he made it count when he had the opportunity, and look where he is now.
Yeah, what a player, man.
Yeah. So those stories are great, and I love.
He scored a critical goal too.
Yeah.
He clinching a game.
Of course, goal. Yeah. It was a very critical goal that he scored the other day.
So I can't wait to have a Giuseppe Barone jersey hanging right there.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Giuseppe plays for our parents' hometown in Salerno, and we couldn't be more proud. I remember when we first linked, you sent us a bunch of videos from the celebration. What does it mean for Salerno to be in Serie A? Because the last time
1990, I think it was 98, 99.
So we're talking about
23 years.
20-something years. So what does it mean for Salerno as a city, like being in Serie A?
I mean, for them, it's everything. Serie A, I mean, every year they always say, oh, we want to go up to Serie A. We want to win promotion. We want to go up. And I think that if we didn't do it this year, nobody knew when it was going to come. And I remember seeing the celebrations after the game in the streets of Salerno. It was everything for them. They were dreaming of this day since after the 98, 99 season. I mean, you saw little kids, older people celebrating like it was everything to them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, and I remember the bus pulling back into Salerno and just chaos, banging.
Yeah,
on the
I saw
bus,
the videos. Yeah.
Fireworks, banging on the windows. We were like, this is wild. This is crazy. But it's special to also see, you know, a young kid, maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, saying, "Wow, my town is in Serie A. Next season, you're gonna have the Juventus bus pulling in, the Roma bus pulling into Salerno, and you're gonna have stars Dybala, Dzeko, all these guys coming to Salerno, to their city, to play against Salernitana. You know, so for them, it's gonna be a special season.
Amazing.
They have a very good fan base. Stadium's beautiful. I think it holds around 40,000.
Oh yeah, it's a big stadium.
They're really gonna light up that stadium when the whistle blows.
Imagine Salerno versus Napoli.
Yeah,
that's one of the oldest derbies of all time.
For sure.
So.
It's gonna be exciting.
Derby della Campagna? What is it?
I don't know what it's called, but it could be Derby della Campagna.
Listen, this is not going to be our last interview with you. I know we're going to have a great relationship going forward. But for those of our followers who don't know you, tell them a little bit about what your game's like. Like, what they could expect to see from you on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I can either play on the right side, right midfield, or the left side. I do like to beat my man on the dribble. I like to cut inside. I like to mix it up a little bit. You know, I'm not the biggest guy. I'm pretty quick, but yeah, like I said, I like to take on my guy. I like to dribble. Really, just go out there, try and help my team, and try and bring as much silverware home as possible.
Well, team player. Listen, guys, Giuseppe Barone. Follow him on Instagram. You're gonna see this guy more with us. Excited to see what the future has for you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, nothing but the best, man.
Thank
Congratulations
you, guys.
again.
Thank you.